Alright, so today I'm going to go over my take on the Joola Scorpeus 16mm with the Air Power wide body. So, been playing a bit with both of these and just wanted to give an update on how they play, what did I pick, what I like, pros and cons with all that, as well as a sneak peek into some other stuff we got going on with other paddles. So, comparing these two, let's just talk about the pros first of the Joola Scorpeus. So I think compared with the two, the Scorpeus had uh, higher top end power. I think it's one of the most powerful on the market. It is known to have that trampoline effect where the harder you hit, the faster it comes off of the paddle. And so that's a pro, has great top end power, but I also see that that's kind of a con for the paddle because it does have that springiness to it. It's a little bit less predictable in terms of how far it'll go when you do hit it. So if you add a little bit more power, it might go a little bit even further. So it makes it a little bit hard for kind of those depth shots unless you're adding additional spin to it. And so the Era Power, I thought it was really great for resets. I think both paddles are good in terms of stability because of the wide body, but I think the Air Power had a little bit more forgiveness when it came to resets. I think one thing I did notice was that the paddle, when you hit the Scorpius, kind of like right in the main sweet spot area, kind of about here, the power was very consistent. But then when you kind of miss hit either higher or kind of this whole lower section, the power would drop off a lot more drastically. And so that's something I didn't notice with the Air Power was it was fairly consistent of a power all the way down. So sweet spot, even if you went lower, it was kind of more of a gradual drop off as opposed to kind of that sharp drop off on the Scorpius right about here. So it's great if you hit the sweet spot. If you miss, then you lose a lot of power on the Joola. And so other things that I liked about the Air Power was it had a lower swing weight. So the Air Power came in at 109 versus about 114 for the Scorpius. And so you had a little bit faster hands with the Air Power. Uh, and yeah, power wise, I think uh, so the Air Power was a little bit more predictable on dinks and less likely for me to go out wide when I'm cross court dinking. Particularly ones that I notice is like when I'm hitting a forehand from the middle and I try to push it. I noticed with the Scorpius, it tended to go a little bit further than the Air Power, so I would kind of hit it just a little bit wide when I'm playing on the left side. And so the Air Power, I think the cons for it was a little bit less pop, so it was a little bit harder for those one-handed counters that were high. It was a little less poppy, so I had to push through it a little bit more to get the same amount of power. And so the one other thing that's different is so the power on the serves with the Scorpius, I noticed that I had to stand a little bit off of the line to get my serves in pretty consistently with the way that I served. But with the Era, I noticed I could scoot in right up to the line and keep it a lot more consistent. So that's more of a preference thing in terms of how I served. But I like that. Yeah, my serves weren't as I didn't have to back off so much. So I could be a little more aggressive afterwards. So overall, I think both the paddles are pretty good, controlled and stable. 16 millimeters. So actually, that's kind of about where I put up the weights on it. If you can see, I put a little bit more on the Scorpius to bring more of the stability. This one I put a little bit less to kind of retain that fast hand speed. And so overall, I actually like the Era Power more overall. I like that it was one from the design. It was a tad longer than the Scorpius, so that's kind of a little bit more at the top. While you don't sacrifice anything on the width, so the width of it is exactly the same. You get a longer handle on the Era Power as well, so you can kind of go for that full two-handed backhand versus the Scorpius. You're kind of like crunched up here for your left hand at the top. And so, personally for me, I preferred the Air Power because I didn't need that top end power that the Joola had, but the consistency of the Air Power was a bit better than the Scorpius. So resets, dinks, I felt like that was kind of the area of my gameplay that I wanted to kind of improve more. So I felt like the Air Power was better for that. And so overall, that was kind of my pick of what my main has been for these two. So I've been using and trying out the Scorpius for a bit over a month, and that's kind of been a lot of my go to for plays. So I'm definitely impressed by the Era Power. I like the wide body shapes, so that's what I've been picking for what I've been playing with recently. So the Selkirk Era. Oh, the other big difference between the two is price point. You got a 280 price point on the Joola Scorpeus and a 200 on the SLK Era with a free $30 gift card, so that gets it down to like 170. So the price, yeah, it is significantly cheaper with the same amount of warranty of the 1 year on both of the paddles. So yeah, check it out. One other thing I've noted is Selkirk right now has a sale on all their paddles, or most of the top end ones, which could only mean one thing. I think they're making space for something new. I really hope that it's a foam power paddle with the new Infinigrit surface. Where's that? Oh yeah, the 07 Infinigrit. So combined with, what do we got? Where's my 08? Oh, well, hopefully they make that. So if you're looking for a steep discount right now on some of the other paddles, come check it out. They got the Lux on sale for 200. You got Vanguard Control for 150, as well as the Power Air for 150 as well. So feel free to use the code ADVDTRONG for an additional gift card on all the paddles. So you can get some for a pretty good sale right now. For a nice power paddle as well. But yeah, I can't wait until Selkirk releases some new stuff as well. So see you guys next time.